What's going on, guys? It's Red Bull Tanker, and welcome back to Axis and Allies 1940 Global. This is turn 2 for the Axis powers. Just a quick recap. How we're playing this game is that all the Axis groups go first. They're under the command of my good friend Airsoft Commando. And then after that, then all the Allies take their turn, who are under my command. Alright, so we had quite the turn. Or quite the turn 2, as you can already see. So like I said, and not only is the sort of the turn order different, not only is the while the turn order is different, the order of play is also different. Purchases are now pushed to the end of the turn. So let's see here. Where do we want to start? All right, we'll just kind of go through again. We'll start in Europe for all the Axis combat this turn. So starting off, a combined German and Italian tank force attacked a French infantry and artillery that were still holding out in southern France. And this guy needs to be more in Paris. That'll be all right. They were able to overwhelm the French defenders with no loss to themselves. Next, the Italians came down into Greece. The Greeks were very surprised. They lost all 4 of their defenders and only managed to take out 1 Italian defender. Next, we come up to Russia, where the Germans have launched Operation Barbarossa, hitting all the initial positions in the Soviet Union, as well as attacking their fleet just outside of Leningrad. So we'll kind of go down the way. So in Bessarabia, the Germans overran a Soviet infantry that was defending there. That infantry was also able to score a hit against a German infantry. Here in eastern Poland, the Germans managed to catch the Soviet defenders off guard. They killed the Soviet defender, but he was not able to get a kill on them. And then, let's see if I can move forward without really knocking anything over. Coming up north a little bit more. Same thing in the Baltic states, there was a lone Soviet defender. He was also able to get a hit, so it was a 1-for-1 infantry trade. Oh, I didn't put a damage marker on him. And then, lastly, in Europe, up here in C-Zone 115, the Germans did battle with the remainders of the Russian fleet. The Germans were able to sink the Soviet sub and carrier that was defending it, and the Soviets were able to get a hit on the German battleship, and also took out a German tactical bomber. So, Germany decided that they would rather lose a aircraft than lose their cruiser. Probably looking to still maintain offshore bombardment, which probably means that they are looking at a probable land and seaborne assault against Leningrad, probably in the next turn. And so then that wrapped up the combat in Europe. So now we'll come over to China, where the Japanese launched their combats. They attacked here in Suiyama, attacked here in Hapei, and here in Quichao. Alright, so in Quichao there were 2 Chinese defenders. They were destroyed, did not get any kills on the Japanese. In Hapei there were 2 infantry, 2 red Chinese infantry under Mao Zedong. They were destroyed and were able to kill an infantry. And then the last remnants of Mao's communist forces up here in Suiyuan, with 2 more infantry. They were both wiped out, but they were able to take a Japanese infantry with them as well. Non-combat. We'll come back over here. The Italians pulled their fleet out of C-Zone 98. back to 97, which I didn't realize that I have to remember about convoy rating. So the I did have to minus 3 IPC from Great Britain because the Italians had ships in here, and I did do a convoy roll, so the Brits were convoy rolled for last turn, so I took that money off the Brits for that. So yeah, the Italians fell back, pulled their fleet out. They're still leaving their army here in Tobruk. And that was about it for that. Germany activated Finland on their non-combat. They walked in, activated Finland. They're pushing forces into Holland, Belgium, brought their bombers back to Paris from the southern France battle. And they just continue to keep pushing forces east to meet the Soviets over there. In Japan, much the same. They're trying to push forces east. Well, actually, no, pushing forces west, further into China. For the most part, then they also brought this strategic bomber out of Japan and brought them to the Marshalls. And that was pretty much it for their non-combats. All right, purchases. All right, so for Germany, whoops, So Germany, let's see, they had 50 some odd to spend. They did, I believe they spent it all. Yes, they bought 7 tanks and then an infantry, 7 tanks in Berlin, and then an infantry and a fighter in West Germany. Italy, for their defenses down here, Italy did buy a destroyer to place with the fleet, and they also bought an artillery. And then coming over to Japan, they had 40 some odd to spend. And so what they ended up doing was they bought a miner here in Shanghai and then put 2 cruisers down to join their fleet. And I might have to do some consolidating. I might do some consolidating for Airsoft Commando here on his card. And then at the end of the turn, Germany collected 40 IPC. Actually, hold on. Nope, I made a mistake. I forgot to give them the 5 there. So they have 40 IPC plus the 5 for still controlling Denmark and Norway and keeping Sweden pro-ally. Or not. Sweden is not pro-ally. So actually, Germany will have 45... to spend next turn. Italy collected 18 IPC, saved 1, so they'll have 19 for next turn. And Japan had 33 IPC. Oh, wait, hold on. Now I screwed that one up too. Sorry. So Japan had 33 IPC. They saved 5, so they had 35. So they were at 38, which is... I don't know why this is here. So 38, but they also get the plus 10. So they're actually at 48. 1, 2, 3. My mathing was way off for them today, for the Axis. I apologize. So the Japanese will have 48 to spend next turn. All right. Whoops. Some other stuff got moved around, but that's okay. We'll get it fixed. Well, I can get it fixed off camera, especially like right here. Well, I'll do it quick since I'm already moving on it. All right. Well, that is it for the Axis forces this turn. And we will see you guys next time for the Allied turn. So until then, guys, as always, take care.